Welcome back to the Ultimate Warrior. As Robert Roode makes his way down to the Chaos Zone, ready for this tag team matchup. The universe sings loud, sings proud alongside Robert Roode. Yes, this is the Ultimate Warrior inside the Chaos Zone. I am your ring announcer, your wrestling host. I am Solomon Riker. Welcome back, you WrestleManiacs, you Helletons. My, oh my, we are live, and I cannot wait for this matchup to get underway. It has been a hellfire of a night here at the Ultimate Warrior. If you've missed it, oh damn! And if you're joining us from the very beginning and you're still here, well, you deserve a medal. This is going to be one for the history books as Robert Roode teams up with a randomized, wacky, wild opponent. And you know exactly who that is. You're about to find out. If you don't, spoiler alert, but if you know, you know. Yeah, baby, the Roode and the Creed. Apollo Crews, should I say, not Creed. The Crews, the Creed, the Reed. Indeed, Apollo Crews teaming up with Robert Roode. This is going to be an interesting team up, randomly selected as Apollo Crews makes his way down to the Chaos Zone. Not seen Apollo in action for quite some time. Not seen Robert Roode, Rick Rude in action for quite some time. What is going on here? A lot. But I cannot wait. Yes, they face the Wolf and they face the Dragon. Apollo and Robert Rick. I can't get that right. Can I not get that right? Rick Rude, Robert Roode, Robert Roode. It is Robert Roode. Robert Roode and Apollo Crews face the Dragon and the Wolf. This is going to be, it's already been a hellfire of a night. It's already been chaos. It's already been carnage. This is the Ultimate Warrior and we are live. Well, oh well, here comes the Wolf making his way down to the Chaos Zone and, of course, making his debut inside the Chaos Zone. Wolfgang making his way to the Chaos Zone, making his way down and making his Ultimate Warrior debut as he teams with the Dragon. And we've seen the Dragon in action for quite some time, and I'm not speaking of Ilya Dragunov. No, I'm talking of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The legend lives on. Honor, kindness, care and respect as Wolfgang teams with the Dragon Steamboat. One of these teams will go on to face Trick Williams and Baron Corbin next week on Made in the Dungeon Live, and whoever stands victorious in that match will have tag team gold around their waist. I mean, we already know who's going on to face Dakota Kai and Cora Jade. You've seen it here first. If you haven't, spoiler alert, where you been at? It's Shotzi and Xia Li. Difficult one to say. Shotzi! What? Hell of a team. Can these teams here tonight, can Robert Roode and Apollo Crews find their chemistry? Can the dragon and the wolf find their chemistry? Can they cohabitate? As we are moments away, ring that bell. Let me ring your bell. Here we go. Rude and the wolf beginning. Wolfgang counters Robert Roode. Oh, turns him inside out of the gates here. Wolfgang fired against Robert Roode. Oh, into the corner and a splash. Relentless here is the wolf as he tags in the dragon. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat now taking a moment to get the fans, get the universe rallied up. Rick Rude slowly to his feet. Robert Roode slowly to his feet, should I say. Robert Roode over the top now. Oh, Robert Roode snapmaring the dragon. Dragon right back on it. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat right back to Robert Roode as he takes him down with a beautifully executed drop kick there. The dragon brings Robert Roode to his feet. Now Robert Roode counters. Roode now, what the hell is this? Oh, Uranage indeed, taking the dragon over. Dragon is down. Robert Roode taking a moment. Look at this. Knee to the back of the skull of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as Robert Roode tags in Apollo Crews now. Apollo runs into an uplifted Hurricane Rana there by the dragon and a popping fall away back elbow and an elbow to the skull by the dragon. The dragon working the neck of Apollo Crews. Now Crews in trouble as the dragon tags back in the wolf here. The wolf taking a moment again. Oh, looking for another knee. But Crews was not home. Crews was not home. Has the wolf now. Boom! Pops over the wolf. Look at the strength. Look at the strength from the floor into a power slam. Running just goes Apollo Crews to the wolf. Will the wolf kick out? Yes, the wolf will kick out. 1 count. Where was the dragon? Nowhere to be seen. Trusting in his partner. Apollo Crews now back on the attack to the wolf into the corner. Bouncing the skull off the top turnbuckle. Working the leg is Crews here. Trying to cut down the wolf to size. The strength again onto the shoulders. Guillotines the wolf. Apollo Crews in control, but the wolf with a vicious fang-like shot to the side of the skull of Crews. Crews in the corner now taking a beat down from the wolf. The wolf again working the body parts, kicking the ankle of Crews there. Strength of the wolf now guillotining Crews, returning the favour. Quick cover. 1 count will not be. Showing off here. Power of the power. Crews quickly tagging Robert Roode here. Robert Roode in there as the wolf and the dragon scatter. The dragon looking... Oh! What the hell? Robert Roode bringing in the wolf with a clubbing blow to the back. The dragon is legal. The wolf is not. Robert Roode taking it to the dragon now, but the dragon fights back with a kick to the gut here. As Robert Roode spinning neck breaker, extended edition by the dragon. The dragon up top, Robert Roode on the outside. The dragon with a flying clothesline takes down Robert Roode on the outside. And the dragon now with a twisted submission hold, but Robert Roode breaks free with a drop toe hold there, taking down the dragon momentarily here. Throwing the dragon into the steel, and Roode gonna sing us a song. I'm gonna sing the wolf a song. Lullaby, good night, sleep tight, Wolfgang. Oh, and Roode tasting the steel now at the hands of the dragon, returning the favour as Roode has brought to his feet now, sent across to his corner by the Dragon. Oh, and a double axe handle to the skull by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat to Robert Roode. Robert Roode now thrown back into the ring as the Dragon goes below. Robert Roode tagging in Apollo Crews as Ricky the Dragon brings in a trash can double cross body collision there, but Crews coming out on top here, just wrenching the neck of the Dragon, trying to pull the skull from the Dragon. Bring me the Dragon's head, says Crews. Look at this now, the strength from the floor, running power slam yet again. The Dragon's gonna feel that. Apollo Crews now has the Dragon in the corner, bouncing the skull off the top turnbuckle. What the hell is this? Slamming down the Dragon. Crews going up now. The Dragon looking for the tag. He gets it. Crews, did he let that happen? He might have Crews to the outside now. Looking for some more instruments of destruction. Wait a minute. The Wolf paying Robert Roode back here. Oh! Almost off the skull here to the Wolf, but the Wolf fights Crews. Robert Roode dazed and confused here in the middle-ish of the ring there. Look at that, spaghetti legs. Finding himself, composing himself back on the apron. The Wolf with a ladder. Oh, and Crews shutting it down, but Wolf counters back. Sidewalk, no! Oh, I thought it was going to be a tombstone, but it was a viciously done power slam. Mid-air collision there, both Warriors go down onto the ladder. Could it be? It just might onto the steel concrete instead, but that's still gonna hurt you. The Wolf in control. Wolfgang on top, but Crews continues to fight the Wolf. Crews won't go down without a fight. Into the steel barricade goes Wolfgang. Crews with a stinger stick here. Oh, but Wolfgang shutting it down as he sends Crews across to his side. Some clubbing forearms to the back of the skull by Wolfgang to Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews helped to his feet now. The Wolf in control. Wait a minute. What the hell is the Wolf doing? Rights and lefts with those chops. And a stretching pump handle onto the outside. Stretching the torso of Crews. Setting him in with that pump handle slam. Steel chair in hand has the Wolf to the skull of Crews. Goes the Wolf. Crews popping up now. Shoulder tackle sets down Crews. The Wolf is in control. Just ragging about Apollo Crews. An elbow drop for good measure. Goes the Wolf. Crews to his feet at the hands of the Wolf. Rights and lefts here by the Wolf. Look at this, sent away to his corner now. Both competitors, their partners watch on. Robert Roode there. Is he going to do something? He's not. Crews on the... Wait a minute, the Wolf's going to do something. Bringing in Robert Roode. What the hell is this? The Wolf trying to assault Robert Roode. Robert Roode getting the hell out of there. But the Wolf back to Robert Roode, trying to assault him, trying to beat him down is the Wolf. In comes Apollo Crews now. Crews caught by the Wolf. Oh, sitting down. Crews. Roode was stunned, but Crews got the shoulder up. The hell was that by the Wolf? Tagging in the Dragon goes the Wolf. The Dragon now over to Robert Roode. Drop kick, but Roode back in. The Dragon and Roode going at it. Roode into the corner. Apollo Crews from behind. The Dragon counters. The Dragon has Cruz and Rude in control. Submission hold here. Rude is dazed in the corner. Cruz is caught in the jaws of the Dragon. Holy hell. This could be a team not to mess with. Robert Roode and Apollo Crews giving it their best, but they can't seem to get anywhere. Robert Roode in trouble now as the Dragon kicks to the midsection here. Roode fights back though, gets the hell out of there. Doesn't want anything to do with a Dragon. The Dragon tags in Wolfgang. Wolfgang back in now. What the hell was that? Stumbling on his feet was Apollo Crews. Kick to the midsection of the Wolf. Will he get the tag? He will. He needs it. Tagging in Robert Roode now. Robert Roode! Neckbreaker right out of the corner to Wolfgang. Wolfgang now shot to the skull by Robert Roode, trying to find his feet now on the outside, looking for weapons of torture. Gonna sing as a guitar. Is he gonna do the same to the Dragon just like he did to the Wolf? No, he is not. Inside, the Wolf has Roode now. Pop up, caught him. What power by Wolfgang. What did we just witness? Oh, a trash can bouncing off the body of Roode. I thought the Wolf was going to sing Roode a song. In the corner now goes Robert Roode. Alley-oop, powerbomb city. Robert Roode just thrown out of that corner by Wolfgang. Wolfgang now sending Robert Roode into the corner with the Dragon. What the hell has he got in mind? Lariats! Out! Where did your skull go? The strength of the Wolf, but Cruz breaking that up at 1. That's all you're going to get. Wolfgang sky high now. Robert Roode in trouble. Slowly to his feet. I'd have stayed down, Robert. Don't do it. Wolfgang with a flying cane like clothesline. And a stop sign to the chest of Robert Roode. Wolfgang not finished quite yet. What the holy hell! Swanton bomb! Where the hell is Cruz? Where the hell is Cruz? He's not needed. He's not needed. Holy hell. Holy hell. Wolfgang tagging in the Dragon. The Dragon continues the beatdown of Robert Roode. Cover now. Thought the damage was done. Where the hell is Cruz on the apron there? The Dragons. Oh, look at the Dragon song. Look at the Dragon. Rick Rude begging the Dragon. Takes advantage. What the hell is this? Pump handle onto the guitar. Goes the Dragon. Robert Roode just taking a moment, begging the Dragon not to do it. Hesitation Nation. And Rick Rude takes it to the Dragon now. Look at this. Beating down Ricky the Dragon Steamboat is Rick Rude, choking him out. Choking out the Dragon. Gonna tag in the Wolf, no thinking about it. Back to the Dragon, back to the beatdown of Ricky the Dragon Steamboat by the hands of Rick Rude here. Gonna tag in Cruz here. Wise decision. Fresh. The Dragon is down. The Dragon to his feet. Cruz has the skull of the Dragon. Vicious forearm. Side of the skull here. Whipping the arm to the canvas here. What the hell is this now? Wrenching the head, the neck of the Dragon. Bring me thy Dragon's head, and you will seek victory. Again, breaking the wing of the Dragon. Steamboat helped to his feet, kick to the midsection. Apollo Crews, what the hell is this? Tiger bomb to the Dragon. Crouching Tiger, hidden Dragon. Tiger bomb, that was, yeah. You get the idea with that. What the hell is this? The Wolf! The Wolf! Apollo Crews! Backdropping suplex to Wolfgang on the apron. The Dragon takes advantage of it though. No! Oh! Seeing the skills of the Dragon come out. Missing Crews there with that stop sign is the Dragon, but it does not matter. Back on the attack with a lariat goes Apollo Crews, firing out of it. Will it be enough for the Dragon? Shoulder up at 2, says the Dragon. Tagging in Robert Roode now, tagging in Robert Roode now, neckbreaker to the Dragon. Both warriors down. Quick cover. Where the hell is the Wolf? Oh, 1 count, says Ricky the Dragon. 1 count right there, says Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. As Robert Roode continues the attack on Ricky the Dragon Steamboat now. Wolfgang back up to the apron. Crews on the apron here. Robert Roode with the stop sign, looking to strike the skull of the Dragon, waving it around in the face of the Dragon, bouncing off the face of the Dragon. He didn't seem to care. Face buster to Robert Roode. Cover now. Where's Crews? Where's Crews? Where's Crews? Not needed, not needed, as Robert Roode gets that shoulder up. Back to it, spin out by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Boom! Elbow drop to the skull of Robert Roode. Robert Roode pops up, Robert Roode pops up, Robert Roode pops up. He's got the Dragon for a twist of fate, maybe. Oh, no! Execution there. Will it be? Here comes Wolfgang. It will not. The Wolf frees the Dragon. The Glorious One now bouncing the steel off the body of the Dragon. What the hell is this now? The Dragon with a strength. Wait a minute. No. Oh, taking the knee out. Roode looking for something in a drop kick again by the Dragon. Quick cover here. Will it be? Damage done. No! Robert Roode kicking out, shoulder up at 2. Crews trusting in his partner. Tagging in the Wolf now is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. The Wolf with a spot out of the corner. Crews just there if needed. He was not. Popping out of the corner with a vicious wolf-like spear by Wolfgang. Wait a minute. Wastelands by the Wolf to Robert Roode. Robert Roode is in trouble now. The Wolf with a lariat, taking the skull from Rick Roode's body. Robert Roode's body here. Are they even related? Father like son, son like father. What is going on here? The Glorious One, the Roode One, as Wolfgang tags in the Dragon. Nobody home. Nobody home. As the Dragon takes flight and Robert Roode beating down the Dragon on the outside. Apollo Crews dazed and confused on the inside here. Crews is taking a beat down. The Wolf's taking a beat down. The Dragon's taking a beat down. Robert Roode's taking a beat down. Back in with it now. Robert Roode. Is he going to tag Apollo? He is tagging Apollo. The Dragon down. Can he get to his feet? Kick to the back there. As Crews emanates his thoughts and feels, popping up. The Dragon down goes the Dragon. Where's the Wolf? Where's the Wolf? What? So close, but yet so far Look at this now, Apollo Crews, Moonsault City, and again, standing moonsault, one too many as the Dragon counters here. Shot to the skull, knees to the ribs, Dragon tags the Wolf. Crews to his feet, what is the Dragon? Looking for another spear, was the Wolf. But I think he ran into some kind of bro kick from Apollo Crews. The Wolf rolls out. What just happened? The Wolf now full head of steam. Full head of steam towards Robert Roode. Robert Roode now the legal man here. Back into the ring. No, his skull was bounced off the ring, bouncing off the post because Crews tagged Robert Roode. The Wolfgang straight to Apollo Crews. Oh! The Wolf just ate the guitar. Robert Roode throwing the guitar through the skull of the Wolf. It imploded. The Wolf is down. Robert Roode taking a moment. Apollo Crews dazed and stunned. Spin out extended neck breaker to the Wolf. The Wolf wisely rolling outside. Roode to the top with a drop kick and the Wolf hits the steel. The Wolf fires right back up. Vicious, vicious, vicious. You ever see an injured Wolf? Oh, it goes rabid. It goes manic. It sees red and it will do anything and all to survive. Robert Roode back in the ring now. Robert Roode with a running neck breaker. Both Warriors down. There's a tag to the Dragon. There's a tag to the Dragon. The Dragon has Robert Roode. Robert Roode in trouble. Up goes Roode. Over goes Roode. Counters the Dragon here. Robert Roode. What the hell is this? Bubba Bomb-like maneuver. Oh, the Wolf with a shot to Robert. But Robert phased only momentarily as he drops down the Dragon. As he beats down the Dragon. Ricky the Dragon Steamboat in trouble now. As Robert Roode wrenching that neck of the Dragon here. Dragon trying to get to his feet. Robert Roode helping the Dragon to his feet. Into the corner goes Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Look at this now, working that wing of the Dragon, trying to pop it from its socket here. Kick to the midsection, sets out the Dragon. Second rope, sunset flip. Goes Robert Roode to the Dragon, tagging in Apollo Crews now, keeping it fresh. The Dragon needs to get the tag to the Wolf. Dragon slowly to his feet. Apollo Crews lying in wait. What has Crews got in mind here? Shot to the back of the Dragon, pops up the Dragon and pops him down. The Wolf, can he get there? Yes, he can. Not even a one count. Got to incapacitate the Wolf before you can acquire the 3. This match goes on. This match goes on. Kick to the midsection. Robert Roode now again breaking out the Dragon. Where is the Wolf? 2, 3, Robert Roode and Apollo Crews advance. What the hell happened here? What the hell happened here? Where was the Wolf? Not quite able to get there. And Crews and Roode advance to the final. Where we have it. There we have it. There we have it. Said that quite a few times. Robert Roode, Apollo Crews set to take on Trick Williams and Baron Corbin next week for the gold alongside Dakota Kai, Cora Jade, Shotzi, and Xia Li. That is going to be interesting, and that is live next week on Made in the Dungeon here from the Chaos Zone. But right now is another qualifying match, triple threat match for the Warriors Way ladder match. Making his way down to the Chaos Zone in this moment of the moment is Carmelo Hayes. Will he join the others in a chance to get one step closer to the gold? We will find out in just a few moments' time when this triple threat match gets underway. Randomly selected, randomly done. 3 legends in the making and one actual legend. He's back, he's in action, he's live here tonight. It's the show stopper. You've guessed it, you know it. It's Shawn Michaels. One of these 3 warriors will advance in. What the hell? Michaels making an entrance. He knows what to do. Well, oh well, Michaels taking a moment. The hell is this? We've seen this before. Michaels returning to the ring. Michaels returning to action in historical fashion. Are you kidding me? Living history right here as Michaels makes his way down to the Chaos Zone. We're doing it. We're living it. It's here. Holy hell. Well, this is interesting. This is a wild one. This is quite a hell of a night here. As Michaels returns to action. Ultimate Warrior live from around the world. This is historical, one for the ages. And I, for one, cannot wait to see which one of these warriors advances. Standing beside MVP Nathan Frazier, Roddy Piper, and Jerry the King Lawler. Will it be Michaels? Will it be Carmelo? Or will it be our third and final entrant, J.D. McDonough? This is going to be an interesting night. This is going to be one for the history books. I cannot wait when that bell rings. Who stands victorious? Well, Michael's getting a warm welcome from the universe. They're happy to see the legend back as he grew out his hair yet again. After all that time of shaving it short, he took a moment away and grew it back. We all remember that indeed. As J.D. McDonough makes his way down to the Chaos Zone here. J.D. is ready. J.D. making his debut here. Ultimate Warrior. We've not seen him as of yet in action, but we will tonight live. Could he advance? Will he advance? Should he advance? We will find out in just a few moments when the ref does it for us and rings that bell. The universe making their thoughts, feelings and opinions known towards J.D. McDonough. This is going to be a match for the books. And of course, I for one cannot wait for the Warriors Way ladder match. Who will acquire the icon? Who will acquire the talisman? Who will acquire that briefcase that gives them the power to acquire gold? That is going to be interesting. They hold the power to gather gold in their hands. Here we go. Moments away. Ring that bell. Michaels, JD, start it off. Michaels, shoulder tackles JD. Here comes Carmelo Hayes taking it to Michaels. Up against the ropes goes Shawn Michaels. Shot from the skull. JD McDonough, poison rana. 2. Carmelo Hayes taking the fight to the legend Michaels. As Carmelo Hayes was, but Carmelo Hayes off the attack there from JD McDonough. A clothesline and a waistlock takeover there by Michaels to Carmelo Hayes. JD McDonough sending Michaels into the corner as he meets a springboard clothesline from Carmelo Hayes. Shot to the back. Here comes Michaels again. Don't forget about him. JD McDonough and Michaels collide at the hands of Carmelo Hayes. Rib buster and a drop kick to the back here. Michaels is down. JD McDonough's out. Carmelo Hayes dancing around, taking a moment to get the fans in. Oh, Michaels! Oh, he did get hit with a ladder, escaping it the first time, but not the second. JD McDonough bouncing the ladder off the skull of Michaels here. And Carmelo Hayes bouncing the skull of JD McDonough off his knee there. Michael sending Carmelo into the steel. Michael has JD, but JD counting out now. The legend in control. Oh, but JD hitting Michaels with a backstabber as Carmelo Hayes hits JD with a running knee. JD counters there. This is off the chain. This is a triple threat match qualifier for the Warriors Way ladder match. I mean, there's a ladder involved. JD and Carmelo back into the ring now as Carmelo works the knee of JD. Michaels getting the table as Carmelo takes it to JD McDonough. Michaels now in control. Sorry, should I say Carmelo Hayes in control of Michaels, but then he is met with a clothesline from JD McDonough. Clubbing blow to the back of Michaels by the hands of JD McDonough. Carmelo Hayes out of the corner, takedown by JD McDonough to Michaels and a stop to the chest. Keeping up with the action. Carmelo Hayes watching it. Not even a 1 count, says Michaels. Carmelo Hayes taking down JD McDonough. Michaels taking out Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo Hayes at the right side. JD McDonough at the left. JD McDonough coming round. Michaels taking a moment to rally the fans. So is Hayes. Michael passing Hayes, but Hayes with a waistlock takeover and a chop there and a shot to the skull by JD McDonough to Carmelo Hayes, but Michael not letting that happen to him as he beats down JD McDonough, but JD comes back. Spanish fly to Michaels by JD. Holy hell, Michaels now. Oh, look at that, taking down Hayes with an atomic drop there. Look at this now. Oh, drop kick into the corner by JD Hayes. Carmelo Hayes with a chair, but JD shutting him down. Boom! Turns him inside out, turning Hayes inside out. JD has the chair now. Hayes is down. Michaels with a kendo stick here. JD McDonough tasted it. Oh, to the skull of JD and a forearm to the skull of Carmelo. Carmelo on the outside as Michael stands tall over JD McDonough, breaking that kendo stick over his back, but JD McDonough popping up with a drop kick and a headbutt to Carmelo Hayes, scooping him in here. Will it be? Where the hell is Michaels? Too dazed and confused, but Carmelo kicks out at 1. Quite a close. Oh, but Carmelo scooping Michaels out of the way as he goes flying, breaking the arm of JD McDonough. onto the table there. JD in trouble as Carmelo Hayes takes it down to him, scooping him over. Michaels watching, believes it will not be, and it will not. It's a 1 count. Michaels didn't even bother wasting his energy, breaking that up as he lariats Carmelo Hayes into the corner now. Michaels with a chair from the corner that JD put there, and a drop kick to Michaels by JD McDonough. Straight down. Will it be? Counter 2, says Michaels. Melo to his feet now. Forearm to the side of the skull. Michaels with a springboard drop kick, taking down JD McDonough. Hayes back to his feet, into the hands of Michaels. Oh, drop kick to the back, sending Michaels into a code breaker. JD! Where the hell was JD? Where the hell was JD? He did not break that up. He did not break that up. So close there. I mean, I'm not quite sure. I might be thinking, I will have to check the rules. Is this an elimination? Oh, boot through the skull of JD McDonough. This might be an elimination match. Is this a fight for all? Triple threat match. Oh! Pile driver on the outside. JD McDonough and Michaels flying through as Carmelo Hayes hits JD with a chair, hits Michaels with a chair. Michaels popping up now. Michaels quick on the draw, beating down JD, beating down Carmelo Hayes as JD McDonough makes it to his feet, and a flying forearm kick up by the veteran Shawn Michaels, by the showstopper Shawn Michaels. And yes, I believe this is an elimination matchup. This is a fight for all as Carmelo Hayes stops Michaels with the trash can there, sending Michaels into the ring post. Counters there, does Michaels off the ring post, back body drop on the steel concrete. JD with a stop sign. You better watch your back. You better watch your back. Oh! As it bounces off the back of Michaels, and then the skull of Carmelo Hayes. Michaels shutting JD down as he bounces him off the ring post. Michaels in a frenzy here. Michaels fired up as Carmelo Hayes sends him back into the ring, countered. Michaels goes back into the ring. Carmelo Hayes in pursuit here. Drop kick, no, springboard, elbow. Nobody home for the drop kick, but Michaels hits Hayes with Carmelo Hayes with a springboard elbow. Has the chair now. JD back in. Michaels with a chair to the back. Wait a minute, referee. Is referee calling that? Referee, I think JD. Is JD out? I think JD is concussed. Sweet chin music. Calling it. Referee. What the hell? What the hell? Shawn Michaels. What? I'm getting word that Carmelo Hayes and JD McDonough were fully knocked out. They could not physically continue. Michaels picks the victory. What? Michaels advances to the Warriors' way. Ladder. What just happened? What is Michaels knocking out JD and Carmelo, first with a chair, then with a super kick. Sweet chin music sings. Shawn Michaels, the showstopper, stops the show and advances to the Warriors' way. Ladder match. Well, Speaking of, we have moments away from a Warriors Rumble match. 10 Warriors enter, 1 will leave. Who joins? Shawn Michaels. Who joins? MVP, Nathan Frazier, Roddy Piper, and Jerry the King Lawler. 4 and now 5 have entered. We need 1 more Warrior 6 Warrior way ladder match. 1 more Warrior. We have, count 'em, 5 MVP, 1 Nathan Frazier, 2 Roddy Piper, 3 Jerry the King Lawler, 4 and the showstopper Shawn Michaels, 5. Who becomes number 6? We are moments away from finding out as the Warriors Rumble. 10 Warriors enter, 1 stands victorious, joining the rest in the Warriors Way ladder match. We will find out in just a few moments when the Ultimate Warrior returns after these twisted, freaky messages. Don't go anywhere. We gonna find out. Oh my damn!